Hey guys, I've been climbing on Asia, my other account, with OTK Demon Hunter, specifically Quest OTK Demon Hunter. You've probably seen this on ladder, and it's a different take on the OTK Demon Hunter list, and it doesn't even run Skull. And the way it does that is it discounts its cards through its quest. So the way the deck works is when your quest, the first four, if you draw 4 cards in one turn, all the cards that are drawn for the first part of the quest get discounted by 1. Then it happens again for the next one when you draw 5 cards, so 5 cards get the discount by 1. And then if you play another 5 cards, you get the quest done where you get the 5 mana. It's a 5 mana 7/7. From then on, whenever you draw a card, it's discounted by 2. And I think the first thing, if you probably play this list, you're okay, I want to complete my quest. No, you don't. The 5 mana 7/7 is almost never actually relevant. You want to select times to complete your quest at the right time. So, but yeah, we use our quest to get our discounts and then do the old OTK. If you have never learned OTK Demon Hunter, even though you might want to watch the beginning of my OTK guide from last month. A lot of the same concepts still apply. I'm going to assume you have some knowledge of the OTK Demon Hunter archetype. But if you look behind here, that is the famous chart. You can use this chart to effectively find lethals. But anyways, let's go back into the quest OTK. So you discount your cards. So one of the big things you do with this is you don't always want to complete your quest lines. So often what you like to do is you like setting up a potential quest completion, and then you wait to draw something important, something like a Morgue, something like an Il'gynoth, maybe a Fellscream Blast, maybe multiple. So, and a good example might be you might go quest on 1, and then maybe you go something like Sigil of Alacrity and Tuskpeaker on 2. And so you immediately draw the Sigil, draws you 1 card, and let's say you draw a Crimson Sigil Renner. Well, maybe you play that right away, and then you draw a Spectral Sight, or let's say even a Philosophy. You don't really want to complete that quest, so you might just delay. You might even have to float mana, depending on your opponent. So if you're playing a high tempo match, spending your mana is more important. So if you're playing something like a paladin or hunter, but if you're playing another class like a mage, getting the right discounts can become more important. So often you want to sort of be thinking, do I actually want to complete the quest line or not? Do I have more draw? Do I want to wait for a better thing? And that's the kind of the compromise you face in individual games of, do I actually want to complete this quest line? But often you'll get a Morgue discounted, and then you'll Philosophy it. That's the easiest way. It'll be 1 mana, so it's not as good as the previous 0 mana. But maybe you get a Morgue and a Talented Arcanist discounted. So then you have 2 1-mana Morgues, Talented Arcanist, and then maybe you have an Il'gynoth, and that's an 8 mana lethal. So you'll often be looking and saying, okay, I got these pieces. How can I get the lethal? So the old thing was more like you cycle through your deck and eventually you'd get there and you ran the 4-drop. We don't run the 4-drop for discounts. So we're much more depending on really targeting our discounts and saying, okay, this is a discount I actually want. So I think if you start with the deck, don't worry if you mess up. I know I did, where you're kind of over discounting the quest, but you want to be targeting your discounts. But if you're in a high tempo matchup, I'd say like a paladin, often you don't have the luxury of doing some stuff. So certain tempo matchups like paladin, something like maybe a tempo priest, which I played on ladder, a deck. There's a lot of decks just trying to kill you. You could still kind of use the hybrid style where maybe you remove their board, you get a Morgue on board, you get some chip damage, you get them down to a certain life, and you don't need the full OTK. Or maybe you just run them out of resources. That does happen a small percentage of games. If you're playing something like a Warlock or a Mage, it's all about getting your OTK and racing them to the OTK. And by targeting your cards, you can get it effectively. Another big element to understand about this deck is the tradable cards. So we have the Restaurant Viper and the Persistent Peddler. And these cards do not, we don't actually want to discount them. But they're really good for when we have them in hand. We can use them as a 1-mana cycle multiple times. So often you'll have them in hand, and let's say, okay, for example, let's say you go Spectral Sight, and you do get 2 good things. Maybe you get an Il'gynoth and a Fellscream Blast. Well, then you might use your tradable. You put it in your deck, that draws another card that counts for the quest, and then you get the quest counted, and you discount your cards. So you can kind of use them. You also can just use them to cycle. And the Tusk Piecers, the weapon, always draws the Persistent Peddler. So then you put the Persistent Peddler back in your deck to draw from Tusk Picker again. So that's why you might say, why are we running the Persistent Peddler, and why are we not running 2 of them? We run only 1, and we just keep pulling it out of our deck with our Tusk Piercer, and we can use it to complete our quest reliably when we need to. So that's kind of the power of that card. And Restaurant Viper is kind of a tech card in that it's useful for the tradable element, and also it's really good against OTK or OTK Warlock or Quest Warlock. So one thing to note, this is the list I've been playing on Lantern. As I was playing on Asia, and I actually think if you're climbing the legend, this isn't the best list. I think this is the best list for high legend, where there's a lot less tempo decks. But on the Climb to Legend, there's a ton of Paladin right now. So I would sub 1 Crimson Sigil Runner for a Immolation, or if you're on the Climb to Legend and you're facing a good amount of tempo decks, things like Paladin, Aggro Priest, Druid. But if you're facing lots of Quest Mage, you absolutely want every cycle you can get. So depending on what you're facing, you could do that substitution. But yeah, that was a lot of stuff. Bottom line is you cycle through your Quest deck. And you try and get key discounts and use that for the OTK, just the same OTK style as well, refer to the chart. So one last element of the deck is mulligans. So what do you keep? Mulligans are a little tricky, but I think some of the best cards are Double Jump and Crimson Sigil Runner. I think these are almost always keeps. Morg in the past for OTK when certain tempo matchups wasn't a keep, but now it's almost never a keep. I might eventually find a spot where it's a keep, but don't keep Morg. I would keep Spectral Sight in a good outcap position, maybe all the way on the right. It wouldn't unless I had good cards in between. Tusk Piercer is almost always a keep. I can't think of a situation I wouldn't be keeping it. And I-Beam in aggressive matchups, so especially in the left side. So if you're playing someone who's likely to play something early, maybe a Tempo Rogue or maybe a Paladin, I-Beam is really good. If you're playing against a Mage, absolutely throw that away. But if your opponent's going to be trying to kill you quickly, I-Beam, with minions, I-Beam's a great pick. So depending on the matchup, think of, for example, any match that runs Watchtowers, you absolutely want I-Beam, especially if you can get in that outcast position. And Watchtowers are actually very common right now. One more thing to note, I think, so an Immolation Aura would be keep in an aggressive matchup. Something like a Paladin, really good, especially if you're only running one. Acrobatics I keep in a slower matchup, so against like a Mage or a Warlock, I'm definitely keeping acrobatics. But like I said, against a Hunter, against a Paladin, I would not. It's just too slow. So anyways, I hope that's helpful. Got some games for you guys highlighting the power of the deck and some of the interesting games I played today, trying to climb to Legend on Asia. I hope you guys enjoy.
catch me.
I guess getting 2 Fell Screen Blast discounts is reasonable here. I think I'll take it.
They will never catch me.
Oh, let's we high roll the last one, chat.
Vengeance is mine.
If we need like a premium draw card, like a Spectral Sight or an Acrobatics, those are the good ones.
Strictly need to know.
Pleasure doing business.
All right, so we're actually like, if we top deck, if we got a 1-mana Morgue here, we'd have lethal, which is kind of insane. It's not actually, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, we hit a Philosophy.
What have we?
So they have to like they I think we risk it here for the biscuit and go for the 2-turn, like go for the lethal as fast as possible. Wait, did we just win? Morgue. Let me get the chart. Let me look at the chart, chat. Chart says 2 spell damage, 1 Morgue is 18, and then we...
A blunder. My
A blunder. Great. We can draw 4.
They will never catch me.
Great top deck. Fantastic top deck. This is interesting. Curtis Ashfallen's actually really useful. I think I'm going to take him. Because we have a good amount of card draw. So next turn we can do double Spectral. And we get 5 cards discounted. It doesn't use the weapon thing from Warlock style.
It's not too heavy.
Oh, let's go.
I see. I see.
Okay. I'm not going to hit this turn. No need to give information. I want to save coin. Because when we have 3-mana Il'gynoth, it's like...
The light protects me.
We're good, chat. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
I bet you can do this. May the light grant you peace.
Muzzle their magic.
My eyes for vengeance.
Pleasure doing business.
Now they're underplaying robes.
Must act now.
The light dims, but we fight.
The sky birds who were sitting around, move
The
it.
light dims, but we fight.
Do I have lethal if I top pick a right card here? No, probably not. See if we can hit I-beam here. Damn.
Pleasure doing business.
Time grows short. Which path to choose?
The best defense is a great defense.
Is that lethal? That's lethal, right? That's gotta be lethal, right?
The battle is over. You win.
Chad, is it just me or do you find it weird? It's just like I've been getting streamer paranoia.
Vengeance is mine.
Stronger. Much stronger. And it's a lot more like non-niche. Like you don't have to be the perfect player. But it's hard still. It's still really hard. Dude, that's true, Frank play. Dude, brunch is great. Did I saw some YouTube video about like someone from Europe criticizing American brunch for just being dessert. But I like that just shows you like the American in me is like, but that's why it's great, you know? Like that's just
Please, help me find Orgrimmar. I see.
ooh, we definitely want to complete quest now.
I see.
Let me work my magic.
Sphinx Spectral, because I'd rather get a random top deck than. So when I swing there, I get the Persistent Peddler card, which is worthless to on the discount. That was my mindset. Might not be worth it. That's what I'm thinking about. So very very reasonable to say that wasn't worth it, but that's what I'm going for there. You know.
Demons? Demons. For everything and everyone, time grows short.
Bad order. Crap. This keeps happening. Oh wait, I can actually get it down. That's super interesting. Found a loophole in the system, chat. I could take Skull. Like, we could just dump our left cards as part of our hand here. That's nice. Because most people don't have actually have success with it, Lawrence. Only a very small percentage of players are able to play it at the highest level. So. This is an annoying top deck, but it's probably fine. So I want to go Skull this turn. So.
Vengeance is mine! Alas, poor warlock.
I can get Ilgadot discounted to 0, chat. I probably take it, right? Let's just take the 0 mana Ilgadot. I can't resist.
Sure.
Holy guacamole, chat. Look at this. Wait. Oh, wait. This didn't actually work.
My mana is too low.
Chat, I forgot. Dude, this is like the 80th time I forgot how this game works. Yeah. I mean, we're fine. But I only have dude, I don't know. Clearly. Okay. Oh, that's lethal, right? Wait, is it lethal? Oh, it's not quite lethal, right? Wait, how many morgs do I have? I have 3 morgs, chat.
Demons? Demons.
Pleasure
Counted?
doing business.
They will never catch me.
Pleasure doing business.
Whatever.
Quest, my revenge, hell and tear. Time grew
Whatever.
short.
Could be explosive. There's no real benefit of going face. Only punishes. Could be freezing too now. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Okay, dude, that would be rough. I agree. I didn't hit what I wanted to hit. I could hit spectral if I do this.
They will never catch me.
Vengeance is mine.
I really want to get the discount on the Il'gynoth there. You have to beat a Frenchman. More like, yeah. Dude. Last time the French were dominating this many continents was the 1800s.
Vengeance is mine.
That was good. Interesting enough, my order is incorrect there, I think. I think I'm supposed to go, if I'd gone persistent into this first, I get a free card, basically. This is pretty good. Holy Il'gynoth stuff, right? I think I'm gonna dump. Let's take a card out of their hand. That seems like a good play.
We'll just have a little peek.
And this is to go even further beyond.
How would you, I'm not saying, how would you, Mommy, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming. Get on that sub train, thank you so much. How would Jami? Tell me if I'm probably saying that really wrong. Yeah, he hits the... Dude, I don't know if you guys saw, the first stone just came out with like something for the blind. Looks really cool. I don't completely understand it, but it's like basically, ooh. Man, this is awkward. So I overdraw a bunch. Maybe I'm okay with overdrawing here because I get the discounts, which is nice. Which doesn't actually do much, right? I guess I could do philosophy and draw for one here. Let's just do this.
See. Time grows short.
I want these to be 3/5s. It's actually very important. So now I think, do we have lethal next turn? We go this. So we go Il'gynoth, double Morg. this. That does 12. Then we play a philosophy. No, we have to go philosophy first. Then we go Il'gynoth double morgue. This. And then we play another morgue. And the second one does 24, right? I think that works. It's Il'gynoth double morgue 12. Second morgue does 24. Alright, let's see if I got it right, chat. Easy.